first time? Anyone? Put your hand up if you haven't been here before. Everyone's regular?
Quem é que nunca veio aqui, que é a primeira vez?
Okay. So everyone's heard of Srimati Radharani now. Has anybody been to Vrindavan? Put your hands up if anyone's been to Sri Vrindavan Dham.
Alguém foi a Vrindavan?
Smiling face, definitely been to Vrindavan. Okay. So we're here because my mother is here. And my mother's name, I'm going to embarrass her in front of everybody. Her name is Sri Radha.
Então, eu estou aqui com a minha família e com a minha mãe que está ali no fundo. O nome dela é Sri Radha.
And just like Sri Radha is inspiring everybody to be devotees, so my mother inspired me to start practicing Krishna consciousness.
E assim como Srimati Radharani inspira todos para se tornarem devotos, a minha mãe também me inspirou a mim para me aprofundar na consciência de Krishna.
And I don't want to talk, it's not about me, it's about Radharani, so just, and my journey in Krishna consciousness, I got married.
E no meu percurso em consciência de Krishna, eu casei.
You stand here then.
Okay then.
The photographer's in the house. Just take a few photos and sit down, please. So, and then I got married and I found a wife whose name was Hema Radhika.
E casei com uma senhora que se chama Hema Radhika.
So Hema means golden and Radhika is obviously the name for Srimati Radharani.
Hema significa dourada e Radharani.
When I was getting initiated, my desire was to have the name Radha Govinda.
Quando eu recebi a iniciação, tinha o desejo de receber o nome de Radha Govinda.
So if you look back, this is just my personal story, but if you look back in your experience as a Krishna consciousness, you'll find that Srimati Radharani is embedded in your journey somewhere.
E isto é meu percurso na consciência de Krishna. Mas podem ver de que se repararem no vosso percurso na consciência de Krishna, Srimati Radharani está sempre lá.
And then in 1999, I got initiated by His Holiness Radhanath Swami.
E em 1999 recebi a iniciação por Sua Santidade Radhanath Swami.
Sometimes we are rebellious souls. Is anybody a little bit rebellious in their spiritual lives when it comes to surrendering to Krishna?
Alguma vez nós somos assim bocado rebeldes em rendermos a Krishna. Algum de vocês?
Hands up.
É bocadinho rebelde.
Srila Prabhupada has given us the topmost philosophical, spiritual and religious system in all of existence.
Srila Prabhupada deu-nos o sistema mais elevado de consciência de Krishna.
So, and it is a difficult path.
É processo difícil, percurso difícil.
Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that of thousands among men, hardly one endeavors for perfection.
Krishna explica no Bhagavad Gita de que dos milhares de pessoas, muito poucos procuram perfeição.
That perfection is called siddhi.
Essa perfeição é chamada siddhi.
Siddhi means when you realize that you're not the body.
Siddhi means that quando realizas de que não és o corpo.
Hands up anybody who's realized that they're not the body.
Alguém põe a mão em cima daquele que realizou que não é o corpo.
So I know I'm in good company.
Parece que estamos todos no mesmo sítio.
So, and then Krishna says, of thousands among those, hardly anybody understands Krishna in truth.
E Krishna diz que desses milhares de pessoas que realizam que não são o corpo, muito poucos realizam Krishna, a suprema absoluta verdade absoluta.
So if you study the different philosophies and different systems in this day and age especially, most people are practicing on the level of spiritual. Like if they're into spirituality, then it's oneness and it's nothing and we're all merged and we're all one.
Se vês na vida espiritual, a maior parte das pessoas ficam pela parte impessoal de Krishna, que somos todos energia.
This is in Sanskrit. This is called the Brahma Jyoti.
Em sânscrito é chamado Brahma Jyoti.
Hands up who's heard of the Brahma Jyoti or Brahman.
Quem ouviu falar de Brahman ou Brahma Jyoti?
Brahman, Brahma Jyoti. So spirit is So there is matter. The material world is all around us. We can touch this here, the microphone, the child playing with the camera. We can touch everything. This is material.
O mundo material, as coisas nós podemos tocar, podemos ver, podemos sentir.
This is in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. This is called Apara Prakriti.
Está no 2º capítulo do Bhagavad Gita, que é chamado Apara Prakriti.
And within the body, around this material elements, there's us, the living entity.
E neste corpo material estamos nós, a entidade viva.
And that is called Para Prakriti.
E isso é chamado Para Prakriti.
So these are Krishna's superior and inferior energies.
É as energias superior e inferior de Krishna.
So the spiritual energy is what powers everything.
A energia espiritual é o que dá poder e energia a tudo.
Srila Prabhupada said, life comes from matter.
Srila Prabhupada diz...
Sorry, the other way around. Srila Prabhupada said matter comes from spirit.
Srila Prabhupada explica de que a matéria vem do espírito.
I had the right intention, you know that. So then, this is spirit. The spirit is divine.
O espírito é divino.
So many people, they feel their spiritual self. They feel they feel peace of mind. They feel that they're aloof or they're spirit. So spirit is where you're aloof from. You become peaceful, right? So sometimes people do the meditation and they close their eyes, and as soon as you do that meditation, you go inside, you connect with your spirit, you feel peaceful.
Parte espiritual, nós sentimos paz e tranquilidade quando meditamos. Na nossa identidade espiritual sentimos pacífico.
But we are looking for something more than that, actually. So that's one level, and that's a good level. This is called Siddhi, where we realize that we're not the body, that we're the spirit inside.
So isto é nível bom, que é chamado Siddhi, em que nós realizamos que não somos só o corpo, somos a alma também que está dentro do corpo.
But then there's something higher than that. This spiritual, Krishna says, Brahmanam hi pratishtaham. I am this. Brahman is the basis. It's like the foundation.
Mas isto é a fundação. Explicar Brahmana, pratishtaham. Que isso é a fundação, o princípio.
So when Srila Prabhupada was bringing Krishna consciousness to the West, the first basic level of his teaching was we are not the body.
Quando Srila Prabhupada trouxe a consciência de Krishna para o Ocidente, o primeiro passo era nós não somos o corpo.
So this is the Siddhi that Krishna is speaking about. Out of thousands of people, one person can get to that level. I'm not the body.
Isto é o que Krishna diz no Bhagavad Gita. Entre milhares de pessoas que realizam que não são o corpo, algumas apenas realizam que não são o corpo.
But there's something more.
Mas há algo mais.
And we are looking, because in the spiritual world there is form.
Mas há algo mais além disso. No mundo espiritual também há forma.
This was very attractive. When I joined Krishna consciousness, this idea was very interesting and attractive for me, that the spiritual energy, the energy that we can't see, actually has form, just like this form here.
Algo muito atraente que me atraiu também bastante, que é entender de que o espírito, algo que não conseguimos ver, na realidade tem uma forma.
Hands up who understands that idea, that spirit has form.
Ponha a mão no ar aqueles que realizam que o espírito tem forma.
Hands up if you're not completely convinced.
Há aqueles que não estão muito convencidos que o espírito tem forma.
Okay, no Mayavadis in the audience. So Srila Prabhupada was very, very, very strong on this point, that the spiritual energy is not formless. It has form and personality and taste and feeling and everything.
Srila Prabhupada é muito enfático de que o espírito tem forma, tem sentir, tem personalidade.
And Srila Prabhupada was so emphatic on this that when the Krishna consciousness movement was begun, one of the early books, the first books that were printed, was the Krishna book.
E os primeiros livros que Srila Prabhupada publicou era o Krishna book, o livro de Krishna.
But in the Krishna book, or which is the summary study of the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam.
Krishna book é resumo do 10º canto do Srimad Bhagavatam.
Hands up who has read or knows of the Srimad Bhagavatam.
Põe a mão quem já leu ou se conhece o Srimad Bhagavatam.
Okay. So when you read the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's showing that surrender, his teaching in Bhagavad Gita is to surrender to Krishna, to give up all varieties of religion and just take shelter and surrender to Krishna, just as the only thing.
Krishna em Bhagavad Gita explica que o principal é render-se a Krishna, abandonar todo tipo de religiões e abandonar-se a Krishna, render-se a Krishna.
And then in the Srimad Bhagavatam, then this is a big book, very big, extensive book that shows all the different examples of devotees who are surrendered to Krishna and what Krishna's pastimes are.
Depois estamos a seguir o Srimad Bhagavatam, em que tem o exemplo de muitos devotos que se renderam a Krishna e a maneira como se renderam a Krishna.
So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, there's 18,000 verses, shlokas.
No Srimad Bhagavatam tem 18,000 versos.
Search those verses anywhere for the name Radharani. Do you think you'll find it?
No.
E no Srimad Bhagavatam, se procurarem pelo nome de Radharani, nos versos todos, 18,000 versos, pensam que encontram o nome de Radharani.
So think about the Krishna consciousness movement. The first thing we see is the deities of Radha and Krishna. We're worshipping Radharani, we're worshipping Krishna, we chant Radharani's names. When we chant the bhajan, Jaya, Radha, Madhava, every day for the class, we're always chanting Radharani's names.
So, no movimento de consciência de Krishna, nós estamos sempre envolvidos com Radharani, nos kirtans, no japa, nos bhajans, sempre estamos envolvidos com Radharani.
So hands up who thinks that we can find the name Radharani in 18,000 verses of Srimad Bhagavatam.
Quem pensa que conseguimos então, por essa razão, encontrar o nome de Radharani nos versos do Srimad Bhagavatam?
Hands up, anybody thinks? Hands up if you don't think that you can find Radharani's name in the Srimad Bhagavatam.
Quem pensa que não se consegue encontrar?
Hands up if you have no idea what I'm talking about. So you cannot find Srimati Radharani's name like that in the Srimad Bhagavatam.
Não se consegue encontrar o nome diretamente de Radharani no Srimad Bhagavatam.
Some people, I don't know if this is true actually, though, but somebody said that Shukadev Goswami was speaking the Srimad Bhagavatam to Maharaj Parikshit.
No Srimad Bhagavatam, Shukadev Goswami estava a falar o Bhagavatam a Maharaj Parikshit.
And some, hands up if anybody knows this, but I have heard that if he was to say the name Radharani, then he would go into an ecstatic, like ecstasy, and he wouldn't be able to carry on speaking.
Eu ouvi de que se ele mencionasse o nome de Radharani, entrava em meditação interna e não conseguiria falar.
And so he had only 7 days to speak the Srimad Bhagavatam to Maharaj Parikshit, because Maharaj Parikshit was going to leave his body because he was cursed to die in 7 days.
Shukadev Goswami só tinha 7 dias para falar o Srimad Bhagavatam porque ele foi amaldiçoado, uma maldição de que abandonaria o corpo em 7 dias. Portanto, ele tinha pouco tempo.
So with that little time, then Shukadev Goswami had to finish all of the Srimad Bhagavatam, so that the idea is in 7 days, Maharaj Parikshit would be completely ready to leave his body and to go back to Krishna.
E ele tinha que falar todo o Bhagavatam para que Maharaj Parikshit estivesse no fim dos 7 dias preparado para abandonar o corpo e voltar a Krishna.
So I've heard that because of that reason, then he didn't utter Radharani's name.
Eu ouvi por essa razão que por isso ele não mencionou o nome de Radharani.
But if you study the Srimad Bhagavatam, if you look at the Krishna book, you find there are a few chapters where it's explained that Radharani was the chief gopi, the top gopi of Krishna's, the most intimate, loving associate.
Mas se estudares o Bhagavatam, está descrito nos versos de que Srimati Radharani é a gopi principal de Krishna, mais perto de Krishna, com mais devoção a Krishna.
And Krishna loves Radharani so much that he doesn't understand how much she loves him. He cannot understand or fathom it.
E Krishna ama Radharani tanto que não consegue compreender qual o amor de que Radharani tem por ele.
So then Krishna had an idea.
Então Krishna teve uma ideia.
Krishna decided that he would make an appearance as an avatar.
Então Krishna decidiu, teve uma ideia de que ele desceria a este mundo.
And in the mood of Srimati Radharani.
Com a disposição, a atitude de Srimati Radharani.
Does anybody know what that avatar, that incarnation is called? Vedavas, you can answer each other.
Alguém pode dizer se sabe qual é o nome dessa encarnação de Krishna?
Put your hands up if you know.
Se sabe, põe a mão.
Okay. Who would like to say it, apart from Vedavas?
Quem gostaria de dizer?
Lord Chaitanya. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition, this Hare Krishna movement is founded on the teachings and the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Então, o movimento de consciência de Krishna é baseado nos ensinamentos do Sr. Chaitanya.
And this is the most intimate revelation of where Radharani and Krishna become one person, that is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Então, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu é a unificação de Radha e Krishna.
So if we want to understand Srimati Radharani,
se queremos compreender Srimati Radharani, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Shama Sundar ki Jai, Shri Shri Gaura Nitai ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada. Jai.
Oh, so I can finish then. So, just to finish, because the devotees who are speaking have arrived, so I'm just filling in. For Mahaprabhu, to understand Radharani and Krishna and the intimate relationship and the love, then we can study the life and pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Se queremos compreender a disposição de Srimati Radharani, o seu intento, a sua disposição, estudamos a vida de Sr. Chaitanya.
And the best way to do that is by the continuous chanting of Hare Krishna mantra.
E a melhor maneira de fazer isso é através do canto do Mahamantra Hare Krishna.
And this is the essence of the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said, Harinama, Harinama, Harinama Eva Kevalam, Kalo Nastyeva, Nastyeva, Nastyeva Gatir Anyata.
Isto é a essência dos ensinamentos do Sr. Chaitanya. Harinama, Harinama, Harinama. Cantar constantemente o Santo Nome do Senhor. Hare Krishna. Srimati Radharani ki Jai. Então, como estava a dizer ao princípio, Srimati Radharani atrai muitos devotos. Então, hoje temos outro discípulo do Prabhupada. Aqui também, Murti Prabhu e Gura Kishore Prabhu. Então, vamos ouvir dos dois. Hare Krishna.
So that was the prelude, now we're in for the real nectar time now.
Então, hoje é um dia muito especial. Thank you. Obrigado.